We have a new tax bill, and I want to give you some updates on this because there's already information flying around on the internet, and a lot of it actually is incorrect at this point still. The House of Representatives passed a tax bill and sent it to the Senate. When the Senate passed the bill, it was very close. It was 50-50, and the Vice President cast the tie-breaking vote. And so the Senate's bill, because it was different than the House, it went back to the House. And then the House did, after a couple of days, pass the exact same version that the Senate did. So now that the House and the Senate had passed the same versions, now that happened on July 3rd, Thursday of last week. Since they both passed the same versions, it went to the president. The president did sign that bill on Friday, July 4th, and so we do have changes to the tax law. Now, I do not have all the details to that yet, and I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm also going to give you the two time-sensitive pieces that might apply to you right now related to solar on your house and the electric vehicle tax credit. I've looked, and all the articles that I have found have incorrect information in it or incomplete information in it. I found stuff that has things from the original House version, but dated after July 4th. I found stuff that has things they were talking about in the Senate version before it was passed and is the wrong pieces of what was in the final Senate version. Now, again, the final Senate version is the final version, but I've seen things referencing the Senate bill that are different than what was in it when it finally passed, and those are dated after July 4th. So I really wouldn't trust anything online right now. All of the multiple professional services that I subscribe to, none of them have gotten out an update on this bill yet, and it's because they're still making sure that they get the final pieces correct. There's nothing super urgent in the bill. I wouldn't be out there Googling and trying to find information on the final bill because you're going to come across inaccurate information and it's going to mislead you. So just wait until I can get more information to you. There will be more updates. Now, the two pieces that I've seen so far that are kind of time sensitive, that if you're looking to do this, you might want to go ahead and do that. That is the electric vehicle credit. So currently, we have an electric vehicle credit that was set to expire in 2032. So we had several years left on this availability of this credit. It's up to $4,000 for a used electric vehicle and up to $7,500 for a new electric vehicle. Now, there's income limits. There's also vehicle MSRP limits to qualify for this. And there's specific requirements for which vehicles qualify for this. And so the main piece here is you have to buy the used and new vehicles from a dealer because the dealership has to give you a form that says it qualifies and gives you several pieces of information. And they have to file that form with the IRS. So if you're purchasing an electric vehicle and you're planning to get one of these tax credits, you do need to get that form and make sure you ask about this at the dealership so that you have the pieces in place. Now, what changed is you no longer have until 2032. In the new tax bill, you have to purchase that vehicle before September 30th of this year, 2025. So if you were looking at doing an electric vehicle before the end of this year, you probably want to speed that up to September 30th. If you were looking at doing it this year or next year and you're able to, you might want to speed that up because, again, if it's going to qualify, if it's an electric vehicle that's going to qualify, then, getting that $4,000, $7,500 by accelerating that purchase up to, between now and September 30th is likely going to be worth it. So that one is time sensitive. Again, if you weren't planning on doing that, don't worry about it. Just keep going. The other one is solar panels or batteries on your home to go along with your solar panels. So this residential energy efficient credit, I forget the exact title of it, but it's basically the one, putting solar panels on your house. You get 30% tax credit for that. And again, there's limits there in terms of, if you don't actually have, it's a non-refundable tax credit. So you would qualify for the tax credit, but you may not get the full benefit if your tax liability isn't high enough. Either way, the 30% credit for solar and batteries on your home was set to run through 2034, and it now ends as of December 31, 2025. So again, this is a time-sensitive one. If you were planning on putting solar panels on your house, it has to be done before December 31, 2025. Another piece of this one that a lot of people don't realize is in order for this tax credit to qualify in 2025, the year that you get the credit is when the installation is complete. So if you have signed with Tesla or Momentum Solar or whoever you're using, if you've signed a contract with them, paid a deposit, even if you've paid for the solar panels in full, if the installation is not complete before December 31, 2025, then it won't qualify in 2025. It would typically qualify in the year the installation is complete, which if it's completed in January of 2026, will be 2026. However, they just did away with the credit after December 31st. So you will not qualify for that if the installation is not complete by December 31. The system does not have to be turned on. Now, if you're getting solar, there is a lag between when the installation is complete, everything is complete, and the county has to come out and inspect it, and you have to get approval to operate it from the power company and all of that. That part does not have to be done. The system does not have to be turned on, but the installation must be complete. And so those are the two time-sensitive pieces. I am taking a continuing education class this Friday on the bill, and we'll have a lot more information after that. I'm also keeping an eye out on my research material for when they're going to put out summaries, and I'll go through those as well. And then, of course, I'm going to be taking a look at it myself and, going through things to make sure that I understand what's in there, and we'll be getting more videos out. Like I said, those are the two real time-sensitive pieces. If you're looking at those and you have more questions about those, want to make sure that you get it done right, just reach out to me. And if it's not one of those two things, again, I haven't seen anything else that's time sensitive. I should have more out to you maybe this week, definitely by next week. And it's going to be multiple updates, multiple videos, just so you can find things that might be applicable to you. And this is just one of the ways, of course, that we serve you, is helping make sure that you have timely and up-to-date information. But don't trust what's out there right now. I've seen so much misinformation that you should just kind of let it go at this point. The last thing that I'll say is I don't make any political comments on this. So whether you agree with or disagree, it really doesn't matter to me. My job here is to just help you understand the tax impact. We do have a new tax bill, and it is going to impact you in some way. And my job is to help you understand what that impact is going to be and how you can maximize it to the best of your ability to reduce your taxes. Thanks for watching.